Welcome. You are at the CCC.
Where there are no outside issues. My name's Anthony. I'm an addict and an alcoholic, another bozo on the bus, and I care about you.
Yes, and I'm LouiLou or Lewis, and my pronouns are he and him. I'm recovered for crystal meth and alcohol, and I am always in search of balance.
Balance.
And I'm Jordan, always the third wheel to this relationship. Forever.
God, that took too long, Jordan.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And each week, we strive to foster a brave space where we can engage in conversations centered around topics of recovery.
And our intention is to hold and inspire better spaces for more people in recovery by tackling issues sometimes used to separate us.
But before we do that, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this episode.
Ding that bell. Tell
Ding
your
the
friends
bell.
about us.
Please do. Tell your parents.
Tell your parents. Walk across the street right now. Look both ways. Find a stranger.
Find a stranger.
Find a stranger and say, hey,
Have you heard
why
of
don't you like and
How you doing?
yeah, how you doing? First off, be nice. And be like, have you ever heard of this like
Really helpful.
this
Be
gay
nice.
ass podcast about recovery? You look drunk. Your capillaries in your nose are all busted. What?
How are you?
Oh, the disclaimer.
Oh, gosh.
Lewis, you can just say it into the mic.
What is
I was
this
trying to be
disclaimer?
nice.
It felt so aggressive.
What is it?
Oh my God.
I've listened back to the episodes and I'm all, when is he going to get to the good stuff?
And now the disclaimer, the thoughts and opinions expressed on at the CCC are ours alone. We do not represent anyone but ourselves. In other words, we're just a couple of friends behind a mic here to entertain you. And of course, everything we talk about is for general information purposes only. You fucking happy?
Whoa.
Oh.
So that's aggressive.
Right.
I'm passionate.
No, Jack. Okay.
I've got a lot of feelings.
No, it's like that's very ethnic.
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay. We're starting that. Okay. You hear that,
we?
Fox News?
Oh my God.
Even the brown gays can't get along. There goes your emphysema voice again.
Oh my God.
I can't.
Yeah,
Wow.
folks. Well, we're laughing extra hard because earlier Lewis was singing.
Well, singing is nice.
He was making noises with his mouth, and Jordan said he sounded like an angel, and I said a fallen angel.
And then they started adding different things to it. I'm all, I don't think we need to repeat that because it's like it's offensive.
Get over it.
Oh my God.
So, how is everyone doing? All right, happy to hear it. Let's
Great.
move.
I'm good.
Go.
Today.
I'm good. I'm damn good.
I'm happy to hear it.
Oh, wait. You know what? Check this out.
What?
I want you guys to know what's happening for me this coming weekend.
What is it?
Actually, so by the time this episode is released, someone's having a birthday.
Like a belly button birthday?
Yeah, it's August. Remember, it's our time.
Oh, Virgo
yes,
season.
it's Virgo season.
God.
I
Here
totally
we go.
fucking forgot about my
Yes,
birthday.
I know exactly. It's like, but I remember. I will remind you. And you know what I'm going to do this year for my birthday?
Tell me.
Nothing.
Okay, that got really sad.
No. I always do. No. Okay, so here's
Well, you built it up as like this fantastic. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do?
No. Here's what
Okay,
makes
let's see.
here's
Nothing.
what makes that so amazing. Is like
Okay.
I'm
I do
busy.
boop a doo.
I'm busy. I'm busy all the time or whatever. It's like, you know what? I don't create this nonsense around my birthday. I don't create this excitement or whatever. And if you don't create it, you don't end up disappointed because you know.
Oh, should we talk about this later?
No.
Because I used to feel the same way.
I'll probably go. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, you know what? I forgot. On the 30th, I'm being roasted.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Where's it happening?
It's at the country club. It's like the Castro Country Club. It's on.
Are they selling tickets?
They are selling tickets. So it's going to be on the 30th. You gotta. I'm gonna pull this up while you guys are talking.
I hope Pollo's one of your roasters.
I think so. It's like I'm all.
So this roast is for what?
Oh, you remember? It's
like,
to raise money for the
It's
club.
raise money for proceeds benefit the Dan Collins Scholarship Fund for
Dan?
Finding Fellowship. Dan.
Oh, Finding
Yeah,
Fellowship.
It's a roast of many happy returns. They made this Partiful event. It's like, we are turning up the heat on this big piece of meat. And so it's Saturday, August 30th, 6:30 to 8:30 at 4058 18th Street, San Francisco. And it's $25 suggested donation, but nobody's turned away for lack of funds. But if you don't get there on time, you will be standing up in the back. I might need to talk to you because it's like...
you do follow, like you want to have clapbacks?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, it was suggested because I turned out I'm not that mean because I roasted Linda Summers and I was like trying to be cute about it, but they were ruthless. And I know they're gonna be ruthless now. You're kidding? It's like I'm gonna be like in the fetal position, trying to hold on to my sobriety.
Yeah, I think I shared I co-authored one of the like winners for the like roasting winners.
Oh hey,
I'm not gonna. They asked me not to say their name. I was like, bitch, because you want anyway.
Yeah, it's all good.
What I was gonna say, because I like writing for roast, but it's like its own skill. Because in order for a roast to be funny, it can't be like
crude or rude.
It can't be. Yeah, it walks that fine line.
Exactly.
Yeah. And some people can be really nasty.
For me, like you remember, when I was hosting Mascara, it's like in the moment, like I'm really good extemporaneously or whatever, but like when I have to write it down and think about it, like it's a fine line. Some people like it's not fun being mean to people. Well,
the writing also it's a lot more labor intensive. I mean, like if I'm writing, it takes a while. Where some people that shit just flows out of them. Yeah. Like Paul, I think Paul probably like.
Well, so Paul's ruthless. Paul don't care if like I'm all you crying. Then I did my job.
Yeah. Paul's also. I think Paul's like isn't he a professional writer or a journalist?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So many talents.
We're talking about Pollo Del Mar. If you know who Pollo Del Mar is, I mean. Like with that, it's like I'm all when I say celebrities in the recovery community or in San Francisco, they're just San Francisco celebrities.
The point is,
so that's happening when again?
It's the 30th. This one's trying to get us to move on.
Yeah.
You know who this is?
Yes.
Whoa, who's that?
That's Jason. Selena has titties.
Who?
Selena
who?
has titties from
Drag Race.
Oh,
I forgot you don't know stuff.
God damn.
Anywho,
he's a cutie.
What is today's topic?
Fuck, that was really distracting. What? That's like, so crazy.
Okay, let's.
Well, because I was like, oh, is that someone in the fellowship?
Yeah.
I'm like, now I've become a cliche based on like all of our Jordan. No one can have self-esteem around Jordan. Let me tell you something. You have self-esteem and you need it humbled. Come hang out with Jordan for 5 minutes.
I know, exactly.
He will suck the joy right out of you.
Oh my God.
He'll suck something out of you.
And so most people say thank you.
You filthy hooker.
I totally forgot what today's topic is.
Today's topic is
I don't like you, love and tolerance, but also shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay. So what I will say, and this is what's kind of misleading, or people get the wrong impression.
Of what?
You come into the rooms and you know how people were talking about spirituality and this or whatever. It's like the rooms are not church. And you don't have to be nice to everybody. And we come in, we have to relearn how to learn that we live on this big blue marble with other people.
Yeah.
And so you also don't have to like everybody. Speaking of Pollo Del Mar, she says this thing that I think is amazing and I totally adopt. Everybody deserves recovery. It just doesn't have to be next to me.
Yeah.
I also realized that like there are some people I just don't have the bandwidth. Whatever the reason is, I don't have the bandwidth. I struggled in the beginning because when I thought everybody was going to like everybody or whatever, and there were some people who just didn't fuck with me because they didn't fuck with me.
Yeah.
And that really messed me up.
Yeah. Spiritual growth doesn't mean that you have to hug everyone. You can be spiritual. And I think that's the other thing is, we've talked about like establishing boundaries with people and that can be really hard, right? Yeah. Like holding the boundary could be really hard. And I think that's like one of the things that we learn in recovery is we learn how to establish relationships again. I hear a lot of people say that recovery has taught them how to be human again. And that's certainly true for me.
Yeah.
Like learning how to, tell people like, hey, I didn't like that. Or can you not do that? Or, right, like that's really difficult.
Yeah, or just I think it's practice just how to work with different people who don't think, who don't act like you, right? With the same goal, right? How to work. I view it as like co-workers that I have to get along with.
And also doing that with people who don't have the same goal, because it's like I think.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing too. Like, Jordan, I really like that you brought that up, because I think the other part of that is, like prioritizing recovery means that if I'm going to a meeting, if I'm doing stat work, or if I'm doing anything like that, that is my priority. Right. And so if I find myself caught up in some like nonsense, that is not my recovery. That's not what, like, when I think about 12 step, it's kind of like the school of life, right? You're going in, you know, there's, but that needs to be, I think that needs to be the priority. And I think that gets really difficult when, say, for example, if you have relationships with people in the rooms, or if you have financial relationships with people in the rooms,
relationships, or you dip your pen in a company.
Yeah. All of that stuff. Right. And it was funny the first 2 times.
Oh my God.
Well, it's funny. It's not funny anymore because it's painfully true. It's like I'm all. I have found that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jordan.
No, Jordan. You were.
Jordan, you don't say very much.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I guess I lost my train of thought.
All right.
No. So as someone who comes in new to the rooms, right? Like, especially at a bigger meeting, I get self-conscious, like, oh, I'm not saying hi to everybody. I didn't hug everybody. I didn't touch contact with every single person in the room. Obviously, I'm doing something wrong, or they don't like me. What did I do wrong, right? Then I turn it on myself, right? And how do I sit with that? And like, it's okay. I'm sitting here in my seat, and I didn't say hi to everybody, or like,
as long as you come over and say hi to me, you're good.
I appreciate that. I've struggled with that. Like, only in like the last maybe couple of years have I sorted through that, but I used to feel that way. I'm like, oh my God, like I felt like I constantly had to adapt, and like, well, I know that person's extra sensitive, so let me make sure I say hi to them. And I know this person, like, they'll stop talking to me if I don't say hi to them, and that person doesn't like that person, so maybe I should say, oh my God, it was just, and what that is caretaking. What that is like a lack of boundaries. Boundaries seems to be the theme in our last few episodes.
Yeah.
It's codependency, right? It's like, it's behavior that we like learned along the way that we have to unlearn. And that's one of the beautiful things about being in recovery spaces, is that you get to work through that shit, and you're not doing it by yourself. You might be doing it with a sponsor or like friends that you have in the fellowship. Yeah. But it's hard. It's hard, right? Like, especially, I think, in my opinion, in queer recovery spaces, it's like you can have people who have like internalized homophobia, where they think they hate you, but really they just like hate something about themselves, you know?
I mean, let's get into meat and potatoes of it. What happens when you just genuinely dislike somebody?
What do you do with that?
What do you do? Like, because it's like, I always tell people, sometimes I gotta love people from across the street because, like, maybe on the flip side of what you were saying, it's like something in you brings up something in me. And I've decided that for me, like, I no longer want to give people that dark energy or whatever. So I'm going to steer clear if you allow me to. But if you are one of these people that don't know how to take a hint, then you have to take responsibility for how I may react or not react to you.
I like something that Tupac said.
What do you say?
Tupac said, I may not like you, but that doesn't mean I want to see you go hungry.
No, it's absolutely. That's another thing in the rooms. It's like, I think that regardless, if someone who I just don't do well came to me and needed support and I had it to give, I would do it. I would do it, especially when it was recovery related. But we ain't hanging out unless it's at a goddamn meeting.
I mean, I've been thinking about that a lot too, because this happened to me in undergrad, where I was like so starved for community and connection that I was willing to kind of like adapt, or like, you know, I was kind of a chameleon in order to have community. And I just ended up hurting myself in the end, right? Like, I was like tolerating shit, and it also brought up a lot for me. And I'm also noticing that now in recovery, where, it's been a pretty rough year and I've been really exhausted. And so because I haven't had a lot of energy, I've had to think about like, wait a minute, is this relationship serving me?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, do I have some kind of opinion about my relationship with this person that's kind of unwarranted? And I think the other thing that I've been thinking about is like, I do think there's a difference between like recovery friendship or like fellowship and then like people who you actually consider your homies, you know?
Absolutely. I think that first off, we have a great tool. Like we have this fellowship that gives us an opportunity to connect with people like on a superficial level. And then we get to decide if we want to go deeper. And we go deeper. What I've loved, like the relationship I had with that whole living sober crowd, and then the meeting or whatever, it's like I found that I've established these loving relationships that I don't have to be around you guys all the time, but when I see you, I really like. I love it when I'm genuinely happy to see people.
Yeah, there's this scholar. There's like, I don't know if it was an interview or TED Talk, but she was talking about how as like adults, it's obviously it's difficult to establish friendships because we don't have a lot of the contained environments that we had when we were younger, like high school or like, right, we don't have those environments. And so she was saying that like as adults, in order for us to kind of survive or hold on to our friendships, there's three things that we have to accept. The first thing is that we can't take personally when there's distance, right? Like as adults, we might come close and we might kind of like go far, but we can't take any of that shit personally. Yeah. The other thing is that we also have to, well, there was that. What were the other two? That was one. I think the other one.
But that's a big one. That's a big one. It's like I'm all.
Oh, I remember. The other one is when you're reconnecting with the person, being present, right? Like not kind of coming to that conversation with like, well, thinking about, where you been? Why are you talking to me now? And blah, 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 blah. Right.
Yeah.
And then the last one is like also getting okay with, having to, I think the other thing was like, in order to establish friendships, like getting comfortable with the idea that like, well, you're going to have to put yourself in environments where that's possible. Cause it doesn't just kind of happen.
And I think you have to, for me, like what helps me is I like to go home. I need my downtime. I need to be able to plug my ass in and recharge or whatever. Yeah. And so I think about, this is how I am. Other people may need the same thing too. And so as much as I need to pay attention to like what it's like when I don't want to be around anybody, because I have this thing. So I'll be on the steps at the club during my break or whatever. I don't want to say hi to you, but I realize that, okay, you know what? It's like, I need to do this. Cause the worst is there are some people like I'll have my headphones in and I'll be into my thing and they still won't get it.
Yeah.
They still won't get it. And it's like, love it. I changed my intention in my gratitude list from kindness to love and tolerance of others because I have to be patient because I always remind myself the alternative. What would it be like if no one gave me the time of day? If I didn't get any of that energy, I would be annoyed too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think sometimes, at least for me, people are... I have different relationships when we're in a group setting versus when we're one-on-one, right? I might prefer you one-on-one more than in a group setting. And so like when I know we're in public, like
I'm different in a group setting too.
We know.
I mean,
and that's why we keep you across the street.
You're going to get hit with my phone when you keep this shit.
Yeah. Well, that's well documented, right? Like when we're thinking about like laws of communication, like, when you have more than one person in a conversation, the dynamic is going to completely change, right? It's not going to be like your one-on-one. And I think that's something that needs to be looked at because as like myself going into certain situations, because it's really like, I'm constantly looking for like signs that there's safety, right? And so if I'm in a group of people and I see people acting like a fool, and by that, I mean like talking shit about people or like, right. Or like talking shit about people that are like just kind of shit like that, where like you heard them talk shit about someone who's now in the group and they're being hella friendly with them. And there's like all that kind of stuff going on. It's like, that doesn't make me feel safe. Like that doesn't make me feel like I want to confide in you or hang out with you. That takes time. And then the other part of that too, is that like establishing friendships, requires like a level of vulnerability. Like you have to open yourself up at some point.
And I think that comes with the hard part of setting those boundaries after I've opened myself up, right? To then, if for whatever reason, right, from personal experience, right, you've done me wrong after I've been what I perceive as open up to you. And so to set that boundary for myself to protect my sobriety has been helpful, right? And I think sometimes setting those boundaries, it has been seen as has been reciprocated well for me, right? And yeah, I think it helps both of us grow. I would assume it helps the other person grow a little bit, right? By recognizing, oh, I fucked that up, or I didn't do that very well. I could have done this differently.
Yeah, and the other part of that is knowing what your boundaries are, because you might not even know, right?
That's important.
Yeah. You might not even know that, especially if you're in early recovery or getting sober or returning, you may not know like what are your tender spots, like what are the parts of you that you need to keep closer to you.
And it's messy because it's like not knowing and then acting in the wrong way on them, because I've had to go through, I've talked about this on the podcast with friends, because one of the things I was thinking as you guys were talking is like, so you have this one-on-one relationship with an individual, and the individual acts different when they're around other people, and in a way that is not healthy. Like if maybe it's their defense thing, but like you're great and you get along wonderfully, but then they get around other people and they attack, or they that happened with a friend of mine, and I'm like, it goes back to what you're saying earlier. It's like, the longer that I stay sober, I realize my time is valuable, and do I want to pour any more into this relationship? And so I've had to pull back away, not just because it wasn't on that individual. I was participating in it the same way. And I was thinking, no, I love you. I want more from this relationship. I want more in the sense that I want to feel safe. I want to feel safe. And if I don't feel safe, and that's a tough one. It's like,
yeah, I remember when I first moved here, I was like a baby gay. So I came out when I was 14, and like I was performing what I thought it meant to be a gay man. And so it was like, girl, this, fuck you, this, bitch, that, blah, 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 blah. Cause I thought like, that's just what we do. And then at some point, like when I got sober, I was like, oh, this actually doesn't feel very good. And I don't know that any of us really know each other. And I think my palette or like my needs right now are like for a little bit more depth, because all of that back and forth was like, I don't know, it felt very empty, but also it was like kind of hurtful. And
absolutely. It's like I'm all the kicking or the coming for each other or whatever. I made it a point a long time ago. It's like, if we're not friends like that, we're not doing that. And I'm not doing that around you if I don't know you, because it's our actions that show people how we want to be treated. And so if I'm gossiping around you, if I'm characters, then you think you can come to me and talk, and don't let me hate you and then have you come like, oh, hell no, because I have,
But
yeah, I was going to say something else about like relationships, people, boundaries, tender part. I guess going back to the idea of like tenderness. Well, what I've been working on has been like, I want to be like a fully integrated person, meaning that I don't want to feel like I have to bifurcate. I don't want to feel like I have to be a different person in different environments. And I feel especially challenged by this because of like, now I'm in this new role and like I officially have these letters after my name, and I don't want to feel like I can't be like a whole person. I don't want to feel like I have to like, that I have to perform some personality in order to like connect with people. Yeah. I had a situation recently with a patient who he was explaining to me that, he felt like the care was impersonal from like the other providers, and I couldn't disagree with him. Like, I know how some of those other providers behave and how they talk to patients and stuff like that. And I couldn't disagree with them. But I was also in a role where I was like, I had to be really careful with what I was saying, because I can't like speak disparagingly about like the institution that I work for, because that's also not helpful to the patient, right? Because I don't want to triangulate. But it was just really hard because I really like this guy, and he reminded me a lot of my best friend. And I was like, damn, like, he's like the one, like the one patient that I've met where I'm like, man, I wish like you weren't like we didn't meet in these circumstances because you'd be so cool to hang out with. And I digress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I digress.
My other thought about this topic is I think you said this before, but like everybody gets 3 minutes, you know? So when I'm sitting in a meeting, I just like, there's just certain people who just always need to share.
Oh, these people? Just always.
I give myself permission to get up and go to the bathroom once. And so I try to choose wisely, like, because I don't have a poker face.
Yeah.
And so it's like the person will start shouting like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But I've said to myself so many times, so many meetings, everybody gets 3 minutes. Everybody gets 3 minutes.
Stop hitting the table.
Everybody gets 3 minutes.
I need some paper.
Everyone gets 3 minutes. You're right. Yeah.
And after that, they can shut
What
the
I
fuck
will
up.
say, there are not many, there are not many people that I dislike. I as much as I want to be.
You know, lie to these kinds of
No.
Hey, girl. I'm listening.
There are people that I just don't gel with, and that's a difference. I don't have a strong dislike.
Yeah.
It's just we're not compatible. We just don't, and that's okay.
Today
I'm not
must be-
supposed to be chummy with everybody.
Yeah. Today must be Fantasy Friday. I just wanted to make a joke. I just wanted to make a joke at your expense.
But you were the one. Okay,
Go ahead. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I want to say is like,
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I think I like more people than you like.
Let's see. I knew we were going to go somewhere like that. Yeah, because you couldn't take that joke.
No, well,
I'm preparing you for that roast.
I'm going to roast you.
I've thought a lot about that. There aren't very many people that I dislike. There's some people that make me incredibly uncomfortable, which I think is also different.
For me, too, something that has changed that was never before. I would determine who you were and how we were going to be, and I would never be open for it to change. And so now I am open for it to change because there's some people that I meet and I'm turned off right off.
Yeah.
And then later on, as I give them more of an opportunity to get to know them and find out, oh God, I can't believe that I can't live without you. Like Jordan.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's like,
Fantasy Friday.
I loved you from the beginning. I loved from the beginning because it's like I'm always down to
Go ahead. What?
Community service.
Have you? Our prison work pipeline.
Oh my God.
Have y'all ever had the experience where you meet someone and you're like really hoping that a friendship could like develop and it doesn't? I've had that happen twice in recovery and it always breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Whenever I see them, I'm like, man, I wish we could be closer friends.
Well, and I think that's also accepting somebody else's boundary.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's not like they established boundaries with me. It's not like they were like, Anthony, you're too much. It's just that like sometimes you don't have friend chemistry.
You meet them and then you find out, it's like what I saw was not what's there. I've had that happen a bunch of times.
Yeah. Or like you get to know someone a bit more and you're like, oh, you're actually kind of gross.
Yeah, exactly. Certain behaviors is like, they need to grow some more.
But here's
you back in the oven.
And it's like music though, right? Like we can't like every song, right? It's like music.
Analogy.
Yeah, we can't like every song. It doesn't mean the song isn't beautiful. That's probably a song somebody else would like to tap their foot to.
Beans.
What does that have to do with anything?
Same thing. It's like I like lima beans. I like.
I was like, you having a stroke, Lewis? Do you smell toast?
Oh my God.
Anywho, but I think there is something to say about also receiving somebody's boundaries, right? Because I think I can be defensive or like, what did I do? Or what can I do? What can I do to change your mind kind of response internally, right? So like, I don't know. How do we?
I've grown from like, it was uncomfortable in the beginning. And then I was like, oh, wait, you know what? There's something to be said about like, I've learned how to set boundaries for myself because of someone setting a boundary.
There's, I wanted to your point, Jordan, like one of the things that, like I've learned through research and stuff like that is that, for a lot of people in early recovery, there's a lot of black and white thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's a lot of black and white thinking. There's a lot of emotional reactivity.
No nuance.
Yeah, yeah. And that's because, a lot of folks who are coming into recovery spaces, they're like healing from trauma. They're healing, like being an addict and an alcoholic by itself is a really fucking traumatic experience. And so they're like relearning, like they're for a lot of folks, their body's like recalibrating, their brain is recalibrating. And so there can be a lot of like protective behaviors that they have. And some of it is that black and white thinking, that emotional reactivity. So for example, when you have someone establish a boundary with you, you might see someone like lose their mind.
And speaking of boundaries.
Speaking of boundaries,
the Castro Country Club is a safe and sober community.
It's hardly safe.
And
it's hardly safe.
LGBTQ recovery community.
I don't feel safe at all right now, Louis.
Gosh.
Okay,
Receive that boundary.
Fuck your boundaries. We provide programs and services that help change lives by supporting personal growth.
Our vision is to reduce the suffering of addiction by connecting people to community, opportunity, and support. And you can.
That's my line.
Oops, sorry. I was all excited.
We should do it all over.
No.
You can find more information, including all the ways to contact us at www.castrocountryclub.org/podcast.
Yes, and catch new episodes every Monday when they are released.
Every Monday.
We'll see you at the roast.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Make good choices.